Greg here, Bone Tactical. Today I'm going to do a little unboxing. All right, so I've got some stuff here on the table that I'm going to unbox, and I also am going to talk really briefly about the state of affairs in the U.S. is kind of where I'm going to start out. And I just really want to talk about, I'm not sure how many of you guys really have been paying attention to kind of what's going on post-pandemic, but it's pretty crazy how things are right now. We've actually got the lowest labor force participation rate since World War II. So that's really just crazy, and I don't know if you guys know what that signifies, but it's a big deal. It's a big problem, and I kind of started looking at the statistics after I got back because I've been kind of looking for employees here in the US, and I've been going around and doing different things, and just in my general life, I travel out of the country a lot, and this time being back in the country this time around, it's been very, from the get-go, as soon as I got back, it's just been very evident to me that nobody wants to work anymore. So it's really just, it's a crazy thing, and I kind of have been, talking to fellow business owners, people in the community, and my friends and the people that I'm, associated with. We're, hardworking people. So we all always pretty much say the same thing. Oh, nobody wants to work. It's tough times, this, that, and the other, and it's kind of, like the old farmer that's always saying that he's just praying for rain and so many problems. And it really is, for an honest, hardworking man, it's always been tough. But I want to challenge you guys, my friends and followers, to really do your part, because we're in a state of affairs now in the United States. It's never been this bad in the history of the United States. And the labor force participation during World War II was so low because we were at war. All right. Now, the young people right now are so far gone in the United States that they don't want to work, that it's as if we're at wartime. Spending with said young people is up 36% since 2019 versus 2019. What that tells me is that there is something big coming, and it's not good. Money doesn't grow on trees, young people, and you can't spend money without any kind of work ethic or without any kind of way to make money. So those of you guys that are have any kind of circle of influence, really we all have some sort of a circle of influence. We all have people around us. I just challenge you to influence people in your circle on positive work ethic. Be the example, be the change you want to see in the world, whatever small your influence is, whether it's even just your family or, whatever. But we're heading for tough times in the United States because we're spending like crazy. The government's spending like crazy, and young people are just at an all-time soft, lazy, out of shape, and crazy, mentally unstable that comes along with, the human psyche and physique, and nothing about us is built for sitting around. So our minds don't do well as human beings, and young people in the United States, we've got this attitude of entitlement, and it's really, and we're spending without limit, and things are going to be rough if we don't turn this around. So I kind of just want to speak on that today. I'm going to do, and I try to do a lot of my live videos with a little positive message. The positive message is that we haven't hit any kind of a craziness yet. Things are still great. The streets are beautiful. It's a land of golden opportunity. It's actually more opportunity than there's ever been in my life for a working class person, because now that nobody wants to work, jobs are everywhere, and high-paying jobs, higher paying jobs than there have ever been. Maybe not six-figure jobs are not so easy to find, but $15 an hour jobs are everywhere. And 5 years ago, people were, petitioning for $15 an hour, and now if you can't make $15 an hour, I don't know what you got going on, because I think anybody can make $15 an hour these days. And that's great, because, I also work a lot in third world countries, and those guys are ecstatic if they can make $15 in a 10-hour working day. Okay? Yeah, you heard me right. 10 hours of actually busting your butt for $15 versus here, you could work and barely do anything for $15 an hour. So, we're blessed beyond belief, but it will not last at the rate we're going. So learn to appreciate what you have, and young men, get off your butts and do something, and stop complaining, and stop finding ways to be offended, and get tough and get real. All right, that's my message. We've got a little unboxing here. I know you guys like iron sights. I know you guys like the tactical stuff. So these came in from Feiachi, and they're really cheap Chinese iron sights. The description is in the link below this video. There's a link in the description below this video. I will say that nowadays, like, these have the what is it, the fiber optics in there and everything. So it's like a little ribbon, a little piece of plastic basically that picks up light, and so it's real easy to see the little points on there. So you've got a couple points, very easy to line up. And the thing about it is these are not like exceptionally anything crazy special. They're not expensive, but they work. Okay, and just, I can tell you just by looking through them, it's a simple design and it doesn't take much. And the Chinese have just kicked our butts on work ethic and on building stuff. Actually, they've advanced so much. They're set to supersede our economy in a few years. But a lot of you guys may not be super up to the current times. I'm talking about current times, just like the young people not working at all in the United States and just basically acting like that they're worthless. It's in China right now. They've busted their butts so hard and grown so much that they have outgrown all of their energy sources. They're running out of natural gas. They're running out of coal. I really hope you guys keep the Chinese in your prayers, even though a lot of you may consider them our enemy. They're people too, and the poor people don't have anything to do with the politics over there. But the poor people are going to have a very tough winter, because there's no coal and there's no natural gas for the poor, and there's not enough for, not even the big money factories are having certain shutdowns, only working, some of them only a few days a week, and it's going to be rough. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to freeze to death over there this winter, and I think we really need to. I implore you to keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And if you have any kind of maybe through your church or something like that, if you feel comfortable giving, it is a good time to be looking into Chinese outreach programs, because, like I said, they have a ton of money over there, but the poor people don't. And the poor people don't have any kind of say in politics or anything. And it's very rough for poor people over there. It's terrible life. They have to work. Their standards of work ethic are incredible. They may work, 100-hour work weeks, never see their family, and they're just incredible workers, incredible workforce. But it's not right to treat people like that. So that being said, we are reaping the benefits of all that. In a terrible and not really funny way. It's one of those things that you kind of laugh at rather than cry. But it is what it is. And so, yeah, China is kicking our butts in production. It has come at a cost. They are paying the price right now. But they are so much advancing more than we are that they're going to supersede our economy. And they're just yeah, you guys really can't even understand the human mind. They've grown so much, and they've been doing so much construction and growth and just expansion. It's really too much for the human mind to even fathom. I challenge you guys to do a little bit of research on the China growth in the last 5 or 10 years, the growth over there, and it's insane. They've built in the last 5 years what we've built in the last 50. So, and that's a generalization. It might be more, it might be less. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment in the comments below if you guys can answer that correctly. But so here's the first unboxing thing, and I do a lot of times. You saw the last video I put up yesterday. I didn't have a whole lot of great stuff to say about what I was unboxing. I did try and find the positive in it, and I did mention some positive things about it. But Blurams, I have kind of, which I will say they've sent me so many cameras recently, but I've converted pretty much all of my facilities, not all of my facilities, I've converted so many of my facilities all over the place to having at least in some part, all over the world, Blurams cameras. And I got a cell phone app from Blurams, and I can just pull up my Blurams cell phone app, and I can see what's going on in any of my facilities. I can watch this facility in this country, this one in another country. I can have them all on the same screen, and they're cheap, easy to set up cameras. It's really cool. It's a cool feature, and they work, and as long as you have Wi-Fi, they have a cloud function. I had an earthquake at one of my facilities, and there was I went in and I was like, oh, let me look up, see what happened on the camera, and just cool stuff like that. But they're cheap. They're part of that Chinese thing where they just do a great job. I mean, they come in, they're just doing a great job all across the board. I've reviewed so many cameras here on the channel, and I just recommend Blurams. I mean, you can see the quality is outstanding. It looks like it comes in what iPhone, what used to look, an iPhone box used to look like back when iPhone was good. But they just do a good job. It's cheap, and it's it's not like anything crazy well made, but they do a good job. They've got good customer service as far as Chinese companies go. It's color night vision, 2K resolution. 2K is not insane resolution, but it's plenty. Like I said, it's Wi-Fi. This particular is outdoor model Wi-Fi or Ethernet. There's intelligent alerts, so you can have it trigger to your phone where it will like send you a message. Okay, movement detected. All kinds of. I got all that stuff, so it's cool. It's cool, and you can set the sensitivity and all that. The same people that sent it must be Feyachi. These guys sent me. Again, the Feyachi brand I tagged in the comments below. Blurams is blurams.com, I believe, but you just search Blurams on Amazon. They sell them on Amazon. I think it was Feyachi sent me some flashlights as well. And guys, Chinese flashlights, they're a dime a dozen, and it's hard to say. These ones look really cheap. I've reviewed so many flashlights here on the channel as well. I can tell you that this box looks very cheap. There's so many grades of stuff that's made in China. Just being made in China doesn't mean that it sucks, because pretty much everything's made in China anymore. And this whole U.S. Americans not wanting to work thing means that American made doesn't mean anything anymore. USA made doesn't mean it's good. In my opinion, nowadays, USA made doesn't mean anything to me. I buy, for example, I make these shirts, okay? And they're beautiful handmade shirts. And I buy these Snap Source pearl rivets, and they're snaps. They're very, very expensive. Extremely expensive. And they're USA made, and they're one of the last great USA made things. There's a few things left. This is one of them. But I talked to them a couple months ago, and they were like, hey, we can't get our steel from China, and we won't be able to make you any more, because I buy all of the ones that they have. This color, I buy them all from them. So there's nobody else. Nobody else has been really heavily, none of the major corporations like Wrangler, I guess was the last one most recently. Some country western, some rodeo brands were using this exact snap in the 80s, 90s. There's some small people. Well, there were some other people using them, but I've been buying them all, so they haven't been using them. But they're just cool. It's pearl with gold on it, and I think it's cool. It's a little over the top, but it's it's a El Sicario shirt with Hawaiian, and it doesn't get any more really over the top and still gray man, so it's cool. But yeah, they told me, hey, we can't get our steel from China, so we're not going to be able to make you any more buttons until maybe March. And I'm like, oh, wonderful. So what am I going to do? Like, I got to figure that out. Hopefully we can keep making. Luckily, I bought a bunch, but we're going to run out probably. So I don't know. Hopefully we can keep making them. If we can't keep making them, these are on Amazon now. But when they're gone because right now I can't make anymore. So check them out. El Sicario shirts, covert concealed carry. They're awesome. But not everything made in China is so great. This light doesn't look amazing, but then again, it's probably really cheap. It's rechargeable, and you get what you pay for. But if you're going to keep something for using, I don't know, if you got a couple lights in your truck, if you got one that you just have somewhere stuck somewhere, it might not be that big of a deal. You might want just a cheap light. You might not want to waste a bunch of money. It'll probably work. If you're not betting your life on it, then why the heck not? So, yeah, that being said, I feel like that is a pretty good rundown of the whole U.S. state of affairs. We got a little bit into the Chinese state of affairs, and really cool display of products, and just kind of talking about economy and the world as it's going right now. I'll probably for a couple seconds I'll go through here and see what some people are saying, but I'm probably going to sign off here and not make this a really long day, just because we're going to be doing a lot of these hopefully, and I'm just going to have to see if you guys are liking these. If you guys like these, then we'll keep doing them, and I'd really love to get you guys involved. So please comment, share, like the channel, so I can keep these videos coming, because right now we've got crazy. You want to talk about work? I'm working right now 100 plus, minimum of 100 hours a week. You can probably see I look a little tired. I've got, I'm looking at myself over here on the camera, my eyes are a little bit, hanging low, but it's I enjoy what I do, and I feel blessed, very blessed to be able to do what I do, but along with the lines of being at a low labor force, it's tough right now, guys. There's not a whole lot of people out there that want to work. I have some great help here, but right now I just have one person working with me, and I could probably use another 4, but I would rather work with someone I'd rather work with one person who's a great person to work with than work with 10 people who are trash, or who bring me down, or who are negative, because I just, and that's kind of the quality I've been running into. I've been having to hire and fire a lot of people recently, and just ran into some really just poor quality young people. And I don't judge the whole basket by one apple, but we are at tough times. So I will run through here. Some people are talking about Western Excellence is talking about ProTac Streamlight for lights. I like Streamlight a lot. I do. They used to send me some stuff to do reviews. I haven't really reached out to them recently, and then the Chinese light manufacturing companies have been just sending me a ton. I'm pretty sure Streamlights are still made in China, but they're good. I would say I really do. I used to carry a lot of Streamlights. He also mentioned, let me see here. He also mentioned Surefire, which Surefire is just incredibly overpriced lights. They're not worth it in any way. You can buy 10 good lights, 10 comparable lights to a Streamlight for one Streamlight. So it's just crazy. It depends on what light you get from them, but they're at least twice the price that they should be, and that's because they got a government contract and they went crazy. They got a big head, and they just said, "Screw everybody. We don't have to. We can sell these things way more than they're worth, and we can make a ton of money, and we don't have to do the right thing, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. So Western Excellence also believes that America is sedated from drugs. It's possible the whole world has drug problems. We all experience drugs of one form or another. If it's going to a doctor and getting a prescription, that's a drug. If you like coffee every morning like I do, that's a drug. We all, of course, some are worse than others. If you're smoking meth every day, then obviously the effects are going to be a little bit more out of control. But we got people asking if I'm hiring in Miami. I'm not hiring in Miami. The People's Rooster just got his tomahawk. He says thank you for the awesome product. And we got a bunch of people on here commenting. I do appreciate your comments, guys. Talking a little bit about inflation over here as well. Inflation is, really going up, but we'll probably close out with that. So comment, questions, get involved with the channel so I can keep these coming if you like them. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye.